Good morning, my little pineapple. Good morning, the apple of my eye. Good morning, my little pineapple. Good morning, the apple of my eye. Here we are, doing the work in the morning. This is honestly what I prefer. I was kind of up and wandering around a couple hours ago, but I always have to give myself some time to putz around. Otherwise, I get burnt out. But, good morning, my little pineapple. Yeah, my circadian rhythm has kind of gotten back to where it likes to be, where I like it to be, rather. You know, I think it was that 10-hour stream that I did. It was very exhausting. I didn't really plan it accordingly, and it threw, when I went to bed off. I guess it's not just that, though, some other things, too. Anyway, if you've been following along, you know that we're working on this scene here, Colonel Spitz's office, and I'd like to put it away, huh? So here we are doing that work. It's nice to get going in the morning, too. It just really is. Good morning. Good morning to you. All right. So I was thinking about changing where this text goes. Should we... Whoa. Uh-oh. What if we... I guess we just read it out loud, huh? Admiral Spitz's office. Colonel Spitz, we have a health emergency. Okay, let's hear it. I actually would rather see Admiral Spitz saying, okay, let's hear it in the first panel. You know what I mean? And we got it like right here. Good morning, my little pineapple. And so it says, there's a bizarre foreign agent that's causing hysteria for the crew. We have a health emergency. So I think we have a health emergency. And then we go, so we can still keep these panels the way they are. So that's fine. But I just want to cut out, no, kitty. No, kitty, get out of here, kitty. Colonel Spitz, we have a health emergency. Okay. There's a bizarre foreign agent that's caused a bizarre... So instead of saying theirs, let's add some more urgency. We'll just say a bizarre foreign agent is causing. Good morning is causing... Ooh, are we on white? What? Didn't expect that. Is causing hysteria. Hysteria in the ship. Let's say in the ship. So interesting thing is that when you're writing, you have to determine, like one thing how do I say this? I'm going to try to intellectualize a fundamental idea that I have about the craft of storytelling. And I'm going to do it without the fact that I've thought this out before. So if you were actually with me at this time, I think I'd probably pitch this idea to you. Pitch, I don't know why I say pitch. What is, oh, never mind. So basically, one of the most common mistakes of amateurs in the world of filmmaking is because the process takes so long to do. Let's say you are going to shoot your project for 2 weeks, right? Or a month, right? You get to that high quality. All right, so you're making it for a month. So on the first day, second day, you kind of get the pistons going or whatever. And then all of a sudden by week 2, you start to feel yourself as a creative and you start exploring things. That's where people mess up. The problem is that in order for these things to work, these one-offs, stories, you need to stay committed to the fundamental idea. That's necessary for the audience to be able to consume what you're doing. When you start to veer off into different directions, how do I say this? It's like sometimes you start making one movie, and by the time the movie's over, you're making a different movie, kind of, in tone, in the approach. And for these graphic novels, for example, I kind of just put dialogue in there to push the exposition forward. But then I realized that I needed to the words need to have a certain flow to them, because people are limited to my interpretation. In my world, these characters have voices, there's music, there's movement, but I'm stopping at the still. That's what's going on in my mind for some insight. But yeah, so I just would like to, through this next edit, have a very clear approach to the communication. And I've decided that with the writing, I was going to try to get closer to like a contemporary Samuel Clemens, what's his name, Mark Twain, where you speak in common vernacular. And I think that will work for this. So my point is that as I look at this and as I do these edits, I guess I can kind of give some reference to what I'm trying to accomplish. And one thing's for sure, I definitely want this kind of simple American speak in here. So there it is. I don't know how long that took to say. Maybe a minute or two. All right, let's move on to the next page. Let's do some editing. Okay, let's hear it. We have a health emergency. So I don't know if there's any point in saying we have a health emergency, because it's really not a health emergency. If you have any intellect whatsoever, you realize that the entire ship is about to be overthrown. So I don't really even have dialogue for this guy. It's a bizarre foreign agent. A bizarre foreign agent is causing hysteria. Okay, let's hear it. So maybe what we can do is we could put this character here, because this is an explanation pose. So I'm actually going to give the dialogue to this fella. Good morning, my little pineapple. Good morning. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and say that Spitz says something like, make it quick. What? A bizarre foreign agent is causing hysteria in the ship. Okay, so let's see what happens on this next page. The entire sanitation crew is infected. What if he says to whom? Would that work? To whom? No, that wouldn't make sense. A bizarre foreign agent is causing hysteria in the ship. To whom? I'm not crazy. What if you say, I'm not crazy? There you're not. I'm not crazy. Yeah, what if he says, I'm not crazy? And then they say, yeah, I'm not crazy. What if these guys both say it at the same time? Hysteria? That could be fun. So these guys are twins. I'm all about that. I'm all about that twinning. I'm all about that twinning stuff. Twinning stuff. We're learning a lot about characters who aren't really going to give us much later. So I can see how that might be frustrating for an audience. It's tough stuff. This is tough stuff. Writing comic books isn't easy. You know, some people think that writing comics is a super easy thing to do. No, I don't actually know if people think that. The entire sanitation crew is infected. Much of Wing R4 of the medical staff are infected. My medical staff is infected. And then he says, where did it come from? So we have this Hysteria? Oh, somebody. Hysteria? What? And then what if he goes listen? Where did it come from? Much of winged force. This is interesting. So I think that this could probably exist in this panel too. Good morning, my little pineapple. Where did it come from? So I almost feel like that question isn't even really relevant. It appears that some sort of rodent has made its way on board. A rodent isn't a threat unless a cat needs the... Okay. So this says, where did it come from? That's not really the first question, right? Where did it come from doesn't make sense, and it's kind of rushing it. So you'd say, okay. It appears that some sort of rodent has made its way on board. If I had to guess. Oh. Well, it is kind of explaining that. What if we put this under there? What if we put this page underneath this page? Nah, it's too small. Good morning, my little pineapple. Good morning, the apple of my eye. All right, so let's put this on 1 on its own. So I don't know what we're doing here. Give Spitz an opportunity to say something. Or what we could do is... Huh. Blame it on the rain. Okay, so interesting. I almost think it might be time to make a splat. Oh, wait. Sorry, y'all. I'm not even showing you guys what I'm doing. Or am I? Oh, yeah, I am. Blame it on the rain. Issue punishment to any cat caught with a... Fujo Bear, splat, 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 bud, bud, bud. Hey, I was wondering if you were ever coming back. Blame it on the rain. Yeah, I think I might have to make a splat. Let's do it. It's a formula that works well. Do we got the splat? Splat, splat, splat. Doing where it's at. It's called a fucking splat. All right, so... Blame it on the rain. What's that from? Is that a real thing or did I just make that up? Good morning, my little pineapple. Good morning, the apple of my eye. Okay. Whoa. How are we going to do this? That's not even close to the right size, but that's all right. How are these so much bigger? Just going to have to be about that size, I'd say. Okay. Looks great. I'll always be around, slowly turning into a mud pillow. That makes sense. It's good for you. Good for you. Good morning, my little pineapple. I'll always be lurking, ready to become a mud pillow whenever necessary. Some of us aren't prepared to be a mud pillow, but some of us are. And those are the people who keep us safe at night. You think that you're safe in your home without a mud pillow. The mud pillows keep you safe. Don't forget that. Never forget that. Never, ever, ever, ever forget that. Ooh. Good morning, my little pineapple. Okay, so this is the whole scene spread out. And let's see how it flows when we get right in there, right? Let's take a real deep edit look at this bad boy, because I want to put this scene to sleep. Because these really important moments, I feel like sometimes don't get communicated. I don't know why this is so small. God freaking dang it. I guess it works from this size, but I don't know what this stuff says. Any ideas? Okay, so basically, hey, here's what they are, and what do you guys think? There's not much of like a flow. Well, there's a flow, but there's really no arc. And the arc should be that maybe we black everything out as he starts to talk about what he wants to do. So we'll have light and background, and then the rest of it will be blacked out. I think that's a cool way to do it. Good morning, my little pineapple. Good morning, my the apple of my eye. Oh, look at that. Blame it on the rain. Ooh. Oh, looks like people are watching. So may I offer an alternative? Okay, so let's try to build another one. We gotta do this again. It's a bummer. So we gotta go even bigger. Let's go, let's do even 12,000 by 12,000. I don't even think that's in a Photoshop file. It's some other type of thing. Oh, maybe it isn't. There we go. That looks better. Cause so maybe just a little bit smaller. There we go. Okay. So we should be able to read these. This is twice the size. So we got that. That. This scene here. I don't know why I'm not committing to that line. I'm a very non-committal man. It's the ladies hate it. Okay. I'm a very like, oh, well, I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? You don't know about me? Okay, so there we go. That works great. Look at this. Beautiful. Beautiful and clear. All right. Okay, let's hear it. So we know we're at Admiral Spitz's office. We don't have to explain that we're at Admiral Spitz's office. And then it says, a bizarre foreign agent is causing hysteria on the ship. To whom? I'm not crazy. Hysteria? Listen. All right, I like that. That's not a bad first page, right? The entire sanitation crew is infected. Much of Wing R4 of the medical staff are infected. Okay, that's very clunky. So I got to find an easier way to say that. Then nothing is said. No, I actually like the idea of keeping this panel with no words in it. They're just kind of looking around. I like that. That's pretty funny. That was unintentional, but I'm going to keep it. Because I know it's funny, all right? It's my book. I know it's funny. Blame it on the rain. It appears that some sort of rodent has made its way on board. Some sort of squishy rodent has made its way on board, and they're multiplying. Otherwise, the creature is kind of stupid. That's not a very good explanation of it. Actually, this is a missed opportunity. This could be a good opportunity to give some exposition about the mud pillows. We could explain that the mud pillows are multiplying. So, yeah, we got to do something about this. We don't have to, it doesn't change the dynamic of this, of the scene, but we do have to change something here where we would say expo. Whoops. Let's go red. Come on. Blame it on the rain. So we'd say expo MPs. All right. So we talk about the stupid puff. Simple solution. Just don't need the stupid puffs. It's not that simple. Something deep in the primitive mind of a cat is drawn to it. Okay. So this is actually showing Colonel Spitz instead of showing one of these cats. It's this cat. So I think actually we're going to swap out this panel for this panel over here. Sounds like a discipline issue. Issue punishment to any cat caught with a what do you want to with a stupid puff? What do you want to do? Well, I think that this can be cut because I don't think this needs to be said right here. We're just going to cut it. Blame it on the rain. Oh, you know what we do now? We're going to merge all these layers. That's basically what the splat is. It's the merging of all these layers so I can look at everything all at once. So yeah, let's delete this. Caught with a stupid puff. Doctor, do your best to find a treatment. I think we're going to get rid of that. I'm going to say that they're not even working on things like that. So actually, so he just says you can go. You can go. Yes, sir. Okay. So it just is what it is. In the meantime, we will handle the awareness campaign. What do we do? Yeah, this is kind of all over the place. In the meantime, we will handle the awareness campaign. For now, don't tell anyone else. Any ideas? Actually, why don't we put these lines over here? That's one of the reasons why I didn't merge this scene down, because I knew that these words might get put somewhere else. Okay, so let's put these on this. And I think these are fine. As long as you don't surpass 35 words, according to Alan Moore, who is the father of this field. In the meantime, we will handle the awareness campaign. For now, don't tell anyone else. You can go. Yes, sir. So that's it. Okay, cool. So then maybe he says, any ideas? I actually like the idea of this drawing taking up all of this panel. try to fill that space and see what we get. We can go back and draw some more, but I think it's a cool. Blame it on the rain. And then what we could do is just put ideas. Oops. Ideas. So any ideas? Spread ideas. I don't know what he says here. Spread awareness and offer treatment. Issue punishment for any cat caught with a stupid puff. Yeah, send them to the labor gruel fort planet. It's so fucking lame. It's so lame. For how long? Sir, may I offer an alternative? For how long? Indefinitely. May I offer an alternative? If you allow the hysteria to continue, everyone would see the value of a strong leader. Nothing will stand in the way of me becoming Supreme Admiral. Yeah, it just kind of switches up the motivation here. Ideas. I need to hear your thoughts. Maybe that's what he says. I need to hear your thoughts. I need to hear. Hey, kitty. Say hello to the kitten that is on Conformity Farm stream. Hey, kitten. Hey, yo, kitten. What are you doing today? A kitten every day. Yeah. Who is it that said that you were spoiled? Blame it on... I know, she was actually born outside. Yeah, her mom was feral. You were like a back porch cat. And now look at your life. I honestly, I don't know. If you gave the choice to the cat, I think the cat would choose to still live outside. But you didn't get that choice, did you? No, you're obligated to me. You're my cat. Right? All right, kitty, get out of here. Get out of here. You got to go now. I got to finish this book, Key, so I can get more snacks for you. Come on, Key. Come on, Key. I got to get you out of here, Key. Go watch Cat TV. Brrr, blame it on the rain. Where are we at here? Oh, I need to hear your ideas. There we go. Back to it. I need to hear your ideas. Spread awareness. What? Treatment using Federation resources? I have a better idea. So his motivation is really that he doesn't want to distract from what he's doing. Okay. So I guess it kind of comes along. Otherwise, the creature is quite stupid. Okay, it appears that some sort of rodent has made its way on board. The rodent isn't a threat unless... Okay, so we're going to swap... this for blame it on the rain. The rodent isn't a threat unless a cat needs the... It's come from a rodent. I think it came from a rodent. I like the panel where nothing happens. That's funny to me. Yeah, saying that the creature's quite stupid doesn't really matter. So let's keep this here. And we just go to this one. Are you afraid of cognitive decline? Yes, of course. I do think about that. So I guess this panel might have to be used for something else. Blame it on the rain. Meh. 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 All right. Blame it on the rain. Okay, so we got this, and these guys are kind of like next to each other. It's not a bad one. Got to do something about page 3, though. The rodent isn't a threat unless a cat needs it. So needing it might be harder to say unless they start needing it. Oh, this is a discipline issue. This rodent isn't a threat unless a cat. Okay, this makes more sense. So maybe we say it again. So in this panel, they say something deep in the primitive mind of a cat is drawn to it. Even the most, what would you say? How would you say something like even the most disciplined, like how would you say that the cats are just drawn to it? There's nothing they could do no matter what. I don't even know how to say that. Like what's a metaphor for that? I don't know the answer. Blame it on the rain. Well, I almost have 50 followers. About to hit some landmarks. Blame it on the rain. Even the most, I don't even know what you would say. The entire sanitation crew is infected. Much of Wing R4 of the medical staff are infected. What if he just goes, what? What? Oh, okay. It isn't a threat unless the cat needs. Once that happens, the hysteria spreads. Okay. So this actually makes me feel a little bit better. We're actually kind of taking it somewhere. So let's take a look at what we got here. Let's start the scene again. Okay, let's hear it. A bizarre foreign agent is causing hysteria in the ship. All right, well, you kind of give it all up right there. To whom? I'm not crazy. Hysteria? Listen. Nice. So within the first page, we go to the location, you get the information, and then we also know that the information is not going to be transferred easily, right? Then they go, the entire sanitation crew is infected. Much of Wing R4 of the medical staff are connected. Let's see if we can do something about that. Let's see if we can edit this. And then he goes, what? It appears some sort of rodent has made its way on board. The rodent isn't a threat unless a cat needs the rodent. Once that happens, the feline is transformed into a zombie state. Simple solution. Just don't need the stupid puff. Don't need. So they don't call it stupid puff because there's no. It's not that simple. Something deep in the primitive mind of a cat is drawn to it. Sounds like a discipline issue to me. All right, cool. Now the scene makes sense. Issue punishment to any cat caught with a stupid puff. In the meantime, caught with a rodent, stupid puff. We call them stupid puffs because they're so stupid. With a rodent, stupid puff because they're so stupid. In the meantime, we will handle the awareness campaign. For now, don't tell anyone else. You can go. Yes, sir. Ideas? I need to hear your ideas. Spread awareness and offer treatment. What? Treatment using Federation resources? Issue punishment to any cat caught with a stupid puff? Yeah, send them to labor on Gruel Fort planet. Okay, so... send them to the labor. Ooh, it's labor camp. I don't think that's funny anymore. Send them to blame it on the rain. I don't know what I'll do there. Sir, may I send them to labor on Flufferton? I dig that t-shirt he's got on. Yeah, good morning to you. Yes, sir, may I offer an alternative? If you allow the hysteria to continue, everyone would see the value of a strong leader. Nothing will stand in the way. You're right. Okay, yeah, it's a little bit of a twirly around. It doesn't have everything you need in it, but I think it can get us by. It's tough. It's tough. Meow, 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 meow. Where are we at here? 11 a.m. Oh my goodness. I wasn't starting these streams until like 1:30. I hated that. I was be hating that all day though, bro. There we go. Meow 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 meow. Where are we at here? Okay. 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 Cool. And then we go here. All right. All right, so I think this makes sense. Ideas, because they're so stupid. Rodent, stupid puffs. Okay, yeah, so administration. Okay, so we are missing something. So let stupid puffs wander. Then I'll swoop in. Save everyone. All right, let's make sure we got the word count right on this one. Nothing will, okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, 25 words. So that's possible. We can do that. All right, now the scene makes sense. Cool. So there's just a couple things that need to be moved around. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 panels in one spot. Let's see what the rules are on that. Whatever. It's a pretty important scene. And I hate getting stuck in dialogue. I really don't like doing that to my readers. I don't want to give you guys a bunch of stuff to read. I really don't. I really don't. But there's some dense areas where it has to exist, and this is one of those moments. And I think a lot of people can still skip all these pages. Just look at the drawings and skip all this stuff and kind of get an idea and still be able to move forward with the pages. I think there's a huge portion of comic book readers that don't read any of it. They just look at the drawings because they think they're really cool, and that's it. And they spend time with the drawings. That's why the drawings are to be more detailed. I'll be right back. Getting more coffee.